Nothing's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with your self-concept. Nothing's wrong with your nervous system. Nothing is wrong at all. Everything that you thought went wrong was only because you believed something was wrong with you. But nothing is wrong with you. I'm cooking dinner. If you want to know, I'm making pasta with pumpkin and mushrooms. But I wanted to come on here and remind you that there's nothing you have to fix about yourself. Constantly looking to see, why hasn't it worked? Why don't I have what I want? That's actually the only reason why you don't see it. Because you think something is wrong. See, this is why I only talk about you or source. You are the one and only creator of your reality. You are reality. Reality doesn't have a mind of its own. In other words, what you probably hear is 3D. The 3D. It's not the 3D. It's you. You're 3D. But 3D does not have a mind of its own. It's not just doing shit to piss you off. It's not doing stuff. It's not making decisions for you. Even when things don't seem to go your way, even when what many of you are calling the opposite happening, it's not opposite. The only reason it is opposite is because you said it's opposite. No one's stopping you from calling it the opposite. No one's stopping you from calling it, well, I don't know what the hell, I'm not in charge of the house, so who am I to judge that that's not part of me getting what I want? That's not part of it. Who am I to judge and say, oh, no, it's not what I asked for? You can say that. In fact, I do. When I see something and I'm like, I used to react to things that appeared to be the opposite. And I was like, the universe isn't testing me, and it's not testing you. That's another myth. The universe doesn't test because you are the universe. So unless you choose to make tests for yourself, because there's nothing and no one that's testing you, how can anything or anyone test you when you are the universe? Universe. That's you. So unless you like test, that's fine. Go ahead. But just because something looks like it's weird, or it looks like something that you didn't decide that you want to experience, that doesn't mean anything. That just means I don't want that. Can we just leave it at that? I was talking to this girl today, the sales lady, and she just started talking to me about seeing a certain number. Okay, I think she said, like, I don't know, 2 numbers. I think 3 or 39, or I don't know. Let's 2 numbers, right? And she said ever since she was in high school, she somehow learned through her mom or dad or grandpa or someone that those numbers meant something bad was going to happen, that it was a warning, and that anytime she saw those numbers, something bad was going to happen. So fast forward to, she's now an adult, okay, and she was telling me that she's so tired of those numbers being everywhere. And she says she got into a fight with her boyfriend and all this stuff, right? And all this stuff happens when she sees those numbers. And I said, she says, I've been trying to say they mean something positive. I've been trying to feel better about them. I make a decision every day. No, I'm not going to see them. I'm not going to see them. And then she turns around and sees them. She turns around and getting, all these bad things start happening to her, according to her. And my answer was, I said, what did those numbers ever do to you? I said, they're just numbers. They don't mean shit. I said, stop trying to make them mean something. Stop trying to make them mean something positive. Have you guys noticed that? A lot of you guys are doing this, like with angel numbers. Like signs. Like, you do realize you're those numbers, right? You realize you're putting those numbers there so you can walk around saying, oh, it's a sign. It's confirmation. You realize you manifested that. If you can manifest angel numbers, you can manifest whatever the fuck you actually want. Why are you even jerking around with numbers and signs? You could just go ahead and if you could do that, because you're doing everything. It's all of you. It's not some you, it's all of you. So I told that girl, I said, you know what? I said, stop avoiding the numbers. I said, the reason why you keep seeing them so much is because you keep avoiding them so much. You're trying to flip them. You're trying to feel better about them. You're trying to do all kinds of stuff. I said, stop avoiding them. I said, just look at them and say, you don't actually mean anything, because nothing means anything. And even a lot of you will say, well, I feel good when I see this certain number, or I feel good when I see this certain sign. It's like, okay, but is that all you want? Because then now your focus is about signs. Now your focus is on just stuff, right? Just like focusing on yourself, like self-concept, like fixing yourself, telling yourself, I'm worthy, I'm good enough, I'm smart, I'm pretty, I'm handsome. Nothing wrong with those things. But when you make those conditional, you're putting those in between. In other words, you're creating a little roadblock for you to overcome, so that when you do overcome it, and you'll feel hella good, and you'll notice that, and you think, I gotta overcome this so that I can get what I want. I can manifest what I want. If I can overcome this, if I can change this, if I can feel better, look, and you might even feel better, and you might even get something. But you're still putting something in between you and your desire. No one's doing that. That's you. You're doing it. No one's doing it. There is no conditions, no rules. So why would you put something in between you to, I gotta overcome this so that I can have that? That's you. There's nothing in between. Like even this girl with her, was convinced for years that those numbers meant something bad, that they were a warning. Like, why would you put that in your own life? Even as she was talking to me, she was like, this doesn't make any sense. This sounds ridiculous. I said, yeah. Now think about how many more ridiculous things we've all heard. We've all been there. We've all heard, right? Self-concept work, nervous system regulation. You have to feel good. If you don't feel good and you're not neutral and you're not following if you're not following your highest excitement, look, these all things sound great and they feel good, but I just want to remind you that nothing is required of you. You don't have to feel good. I can feel like shit and I still know that I get what I want. I see the opposite in my face and I still know that I'm reality. Those things aren't reality. I am reality. I don't care what I see. I don't care how I feel. Negative feelings, negative thoughts, they don't mean jack shit. They don't mean nothing. But it's when you believe them and you ask questions like, where's my stuff? That's you believing them instead of believing in you are reality.